My father was a sharecropper, owned only his machinery, but he had to rent the land. And he always wanted more for me. So after World War II, when he got back from fighting under Patton in World War II, he continued to save some money. It was hard to do back then, as it is today. But he finally saved up enough money, and he said, I'll probably never live to see this farm paid off, but he said, I'm going to make sure you have more than I do. And so he bought a piece of ground. It was 500 acres, a nice little farm, had a beautiful two-story house on it, had a big barn, had outbuildings, just a perfect place, running next to the Frenchman River, it did, and here in Nebraska, southwest Nebraska. And so we farmed that thing for 3 years. Now, the downside was that we had to pay for it, and the cost of that farm was $35,000. That was terrible to come up with. And so we could make the down payment of 10% back then, $3,500. And we did. We came up with it, and that was without any help from our rich relatives that always looked their nose down at us. Be that as it may, we survived, even though each year we'd get hailed out. 3 years in a row we were hailed out. And finally, the bank said, you're done. And they took our farm. They gave it to a rich man, and for the next 20 years that farm was never hailed out. That's fate. But what I'm discussing here is not the poor luck that we had, but that the price of that farm was $35,000. There was a chance we could have made it. There was a chance. Today there's no chance. Land prices are just astronomical and climbing. $400, $500, even $1,000 acre, per acre farms are out there, including the last one that was near this area in southwest Nebraska. And it was junk land. It was poor quality land. And it went for $1,500 an acre. It's insane. But again, there's rich people out here in southwest Nebraska that say, we'll pay any price for the land. We don't care. And that's how it is. But that $35,000 that we paid for that farm, to give you an example of the change and the impossibility of anyone else starting up farming, this ranch that I work for, they just bought a used tractor here. And the price on that tractor, the price is $185,000. And that tractor's used. It's not even new. $185,000. So you can bet your bottom dollar that you ain't going to see a bunch of new people starting up farming. At least not till after the war. This is McCook's Mr. Bill. Rate this film.